Okay, good morning, everybody. Great to see you today. We're proud in welcoming Andy Blower to Glen Associates. Morning, Andy.
Morning, Glen. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Good.
So, following on, if everyone's been watching this on social media, we're trying to promote our aftermarket, where we're talking to suppliers and we're talking to businesses that are working within the aftermarket to kind of promote the careers that are outside of vehicle technicians and repairers. Fortunately, Andy reached out to me very recently following our aftermarket in the first 3 series, and really wanted to talk to us about commercial vehicle and the commercial vehicle parts sector, which is great for us because it's an area that we've worked in for a considerable amount of years. So we've invited Andy in today to talk about his background with EBS as National Sales Manager, and also maybe his story as well on how he's developed through the sector into the role that he's in now. And hopefully, you know, by telling Andy's story and talking to Andy today, we can maybe promote the commercial vehicle parts sector and help people to see the type of careers that are available there. So, welcome, Andy. Great for you to, sort of visit us today.
No, pleasure.
Just tell us a little bit about your company at the moment and where you're working and what you're doing, so it gives the viewers a little bit more detail on yourself.
Yeah, so I'm with nearly 21 years with EBS now. I joined when the company was about 4 years old.
Yeah.
Still finding its feet in quite a competitive area.
Yeah.
We specialise in air braking systems and components.
Yeah.
From both the OE manufacturer product through to our own really successful brand.
Yeah.
We've now got 7 locations across 6 countries.
Yeah.
Selling into 86 countries. Locations, obviously our head office in Manchester.
Yeah.
Where we've got our remanufacturing facility, quality control,
Yeah.
various divisions.
Yeah.
Dublin, we're sort of situated there with our turbo product. London, and then we've got Holland, Romania, China, and now North America. And then recently brought out by a big South American big giant, really. So
yeah.
things will change. There'll be a lot more career paths for people within EBS.
Okay. The interesting thing is, obviously, when you reached out to me, you'd obviously seen what we were doing with our aftermarket.
Yeah.
And it kind of struck a chord with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what sort of challenges do you think are facing, people within the commercial vehicle parts world and parts supply chain world right now?
I think it's people coming into the industry, the next generation as such.
Yeah.
20 years has gone so quick. In
Yeah.
another 20, I probably won't be in the industry anymore. But
Yeah.
there's no young blood coming through.
Yeah.
And I think it's how we, we're good at marketing our products.
Yeah.
But I don't think we market the industry that we're in.
Yeah.
To make it attractive to the youngsters.
Yeah. Do you still feel that the commercial vehicle parts industry has, like a dirty, sort of grimy sort of feel to it in terms of the way that it's perceived, maybe?
I think it's perceived that way because you truck parts, you think of trucks are on the road, but when you really delve into it,
Yeah.
if I look at our business alone, you have IT,
Yeah.
you have procurement, we have like the business analysis side of things,
Yeah.
we have the marketing, the e-commerce, the media,
Yeah.
and I know media's a strong thing with youngsters now.
Yeah.
We've got the sales. There's so many functions that I think when people step into it, they realise that it's not just this perceived dirty. But again, I think it's we need to change how we market the industry.
Yes.
And its image.
Okay. So, I mean, part of the things that we're trying to work with companies on right now is looking at ways to, sort of market their business and make it attractive, not only to people within the sector, but also people that are in allied sectors as well. Is that an area that you feel, sort of the commercial vehicle, world, could benefit from that type of activity?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the word fell into it.
Yeah.
Very much so fell into the industry. I didn't know what a camshaft was. I didn't know what this. I just knew a truck just carried product, and I fell into it. But I quickly realised how fun it was. The friends I've made, relationships.
Yeah. I've interviewed, quite a lot of people recently, as you've seen on social media yourself, and I think one of the things that's come out of that is, everyone's sort of landed here by, sort of mistake or default. And really, this week we celebrated Automechanica in Birmingham. It was a fantastic show. But the one thing that sort of resonated, it's all about people.
Yeah.
And I feel that, in terms of, what we're trying to do is trying to sort of get that message out there, that there are careers that are outside vehicle technicians and, repairers. We've got supply chain, we've got logistics, we've got procurement, we've got IT, social media, even data nowadays. I mean, obviously your world is full of data and legislation, with vehicles, wheels turning pretty much 24/7, and there's got to be a compliance element to it, certainly on braking and products like that. So, I feel that there's a lot of opportunities there, and that's really what we want to try and promote as time goes on. To let people know that, hey, there's some great careers there to be had. Just about your own story then. So you started with Roadlink International back in the day. Just tell us a little bit about your journey really from. Because it's an interesting story, certainly the bit where you've got the school headmaster, he's looking for 2 school leavers, and now you're in the role of head of sales, with a major braking company. So just tell us a little bit about the milestones there.
Yeah, it's so I was obviously in my 6th form at Comprehensive, and now Mr. Ferguson called me into the office one day, and there was one of my friends from school as well. And they said, I've got a friend, David Sedgley, who operates Roadlink International, just down the road from us.
Yeah.
He's looking for 2 school leavers. So we went for the interview and got the job.
Yeah.
And sort of did a bit in purchasing, a bit in marketing, a bit in sales.
Yeah.
And quickly, I was starting to learn the products because I was hands-on in the warehouse as well. And quickly realised, right, sales is a busy function. Yeah. It's got the way they're engaging with the customers. It was almost like talking to their friends, and that's where I wanted to go. So then from there, I moved on to a company, Overlander Trailers.
Yes.
They were creating a aftermarket motor factor. Yeah. And how that come along was Stuart that I'd met at Roadlink. Yeah. Moved on to set that up. Yeah. And he brought me across. From there, Woodhead RSR, there's a name from the past. Yeah. Then moved on up to Volvo Trucks. Yeah. Then I started to be aware of company just starting out, EBS. Yes. Mark Luby, ex-Fleet Parts, created the company. And it was very young at the time, 3 or 4 years old. And I was approached and I joined. And I was probably number 12, number 13 to join. So it was a very small company. Yeah. But then over the years, we grew and we grew and we grew, and more opportunities come. And then I saw from that other people stumbling into the trade. Yeah. We had a colleague now, Mo, came in as a warehouse operative. Yeah. We learnt, we sort of found out that he was big into IT, and he was very clever at coding. He now heads up our ERP infrastructure. Yeah. We got another guy in there that was studying like purchasing and things like that. Yeah. Got a master's degree, came through. He's now a very senior buyer. Yeah. And there's a lot of people like that. Yeah. But I look back and I think, where would I be today? Yeah. I fell into the industry. Yeah. But with hard work, determination. I left school with no master's degree, no this, but I got that willing to learn, listen, absorb, and just willing to do anything. The right attitude. And I'm there, but I think it's about, we go back to the people thing. Yeah. I could build relationships and get on with people. Yeah. And if you can do that, you can just, I think you can go anywhere in this industry. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the wonderful thing. I mean, obviously we spent time at Automechanica this week, and like I said, without repeating myself again, the people element, is a big part of our industry. whether it be car, commercial vehicle, or any other aftermarkets that we worked in. And I think the commercial vehicle sector has got loads to offer. Yeah. I mean, you've got a trade show coming up very shortly, haven't you? Yes, the RTX show. Okay. 24th to the 26th of June.
Yeah.
down Stoneleigh, Warwickshire.
Okay.
So it's centrally located.
Yeah.
We've not exhibited in the UK for over 13 years now. We concentrated on Automechanica Frankfurt
Yeah.
and other regions. But there's something about this RTX, it's all the big key players are
Yeah.
there. And I'm hoping that there'll be some young generation, whether they're working as a technician in a workshop at the moment,
Yeah.
and they may want to progress into the aftermarket.
Yeah.
And if there is, come along. We're,
Yeah.
we're in Hall 3 on stand N20.
Brilliant.
We've got a massive stand. Come along, see what we do. Ask me questions.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not interested in working in the air braking sector, but maybe transmission, something else,
Yeah.
I can give you a massive overview and just an honest opinion of the industry.
Yeah, I mean, what a great place, places like that to showcase what we're all about. He's absolutely brilliant. So, Andy, just to sort of wrap up, with, your advice, I mean, obviously you've got a lot of experience in the commercial vehicle parts world, and you've done it,
Yeah.
you've gone through the journey. So if you could sort of give, your younger self some advice on what to do to be successful, what sort of key things, what 2 or 3 key things would you suggest to people, considering a career in this industry?
Willing to listen,
Yeah,
willing to learn,
yeah,
evolve with changes.
yeah,
Today technical things on vehicles are advancing so fast,
yeah,
and learn and keep up with that.
Absolutely.
You'll always be one step ahead. Willing to do things that you might not see in your sort of arena
Yeah.
at the time, and just show willingness,
Yeah.
and hunger,
yeah.
and it'll all come good.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, listen, I mean, it's been great speaking to you, and thanks for reaching out to us. Hopefully, sort of doing things like this is going to, resonate with lots of other people that are working in an aftermarket space somewhere. And if that does, then we'd love to hear your story as well. So reach out to me. But for now, from our head office at Glen, and thanks for Andy. Thanks for coming in
No
today.
problem at all. It's
Brilliant
a great
stuff.
thing what you're doing, and I've been banging the drum for a number of years now on promoting this industry more than we do.
Well, let's see whether we can help you sort of bang it a little bit louder. Cheers, Andy.
Thank
Have a
you.
good weekend.
And you.